Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hairy John's Brewing. So today we're going to be doing banana wine, believe it or not. So yeah, I've done a couple of wines already, as well as a few ciders. Doing your typical ciders, I've done elderflower cider, I've done plum cider. So all these are like local fruit and veg, either from my granddad's, neighbours, students. Like there's fruit everywhere. I've even done rhubarb and apple wine with rhubarb grown in the house that I live in. So this is I love doing this as organic as possible. This is great. So yeah, I've just stated there I like doing it as organic and homegrown and everything. The bananas I've got, they're from the supermarket. Don't think I can find anyone around here that sells, that grows their own bananas anyway. So they're all fair trade. I've got 2 kilograms, that's what I'm going to need for this recipe. I need about 300 to 400 millilitres of apple juice, which I've got from the cider that I'm about to brew up. We're going to need quite a bit of sugar afterwards to boost up the specific gravity sugar content, so the yeast can eat more sugar and make it more like 10% to 12%, which is like your typical wine. So yeah, it's good fun. Anything else? We've got a brewing bucket like we did for the cider. I'll try and do a whole list in a description anyway of like all the bits we'll need. Brilliant. So first things first. Even though my bananas are fair trade, so organic, they shouldn't have any bad chemicals inside them. I am going to give them a wash just in case there were any pesticides put on them, because I don't think it states organic. So we're just going to make sure the skin's all clean, because in this recipe we are actually going to be boiling the bananas with the skins on. This is how other people have done it. I'm no professional at this sort of thing yet, so I've only done it a few other times, so I'm going to follow these rules, and then eventually I may modify it if I find it's better just to take the bananas out of the peels. Excellent. So I'm going to wash them and then we'll come back. So here we are guys, this is about probably just under a kilogram, so this is half of the bananas I'm going to use. So they've all been washed, and it was the fair trade stickers that were the worst thing to come off, so I'm glad I did wash them anyway. They needed a little soak to come off. Brilliant. So you've noticed that these are black or brown or turning that way. I've done this deliberately. When they were bought they were nice and yellow, a little bit green some of them. Apparently now the starch in these bananas has now mostly turned to sugars, so you're going to get a better wine. You're not going to have to add as much sugar, and it's probably going to retain some of that banana flavour because the sugars are going to be coming from these guys. Brilliant. So I'm going to go ahead and chop these up with the others, and then I'm going to transfer them to the pan where they're going to boil for about half an hour. Great. So here we are. So I've chopped off all the stems or the tops of the bananas. We're going to leave those out. There's nothing to gain from those parts, I don't think. Excellent. So we've moved it all into this pan. I've just added enough water just to cover the tops of the bananas at the moment. We can always add a bit more later, as we're going to be adding some sugar anyway. Right, so we're going to leave these to boil for half an hour now. Just a quick update guys, so we're about 20 minutes now. The smell that this is giving off is amazing. If any of this smell or flavour goes into the finished product, it's going to be gorgeous. Awesome. So here we go guys. I let it go for about 40 minutes in the end. So it's looking good. I'll give it a quick stir for you. I think this is what we're looking for. You know, that all the bananas are obviously squishy. We've got like a what's the name? A nice sort of greyish kind of water in there with it. Smells gorgeous, so I think we've got it right anyway. So I'm now going to pour this into a gallon fermenting bucket, and we're going to put a draining bag in there as well, just to catch all these pieces of banana. So here we are, guys. I've added the banana to the fermenting bucket. Comes up to about yeah, 2.5, maybe almost 3 litres. So we're going to be adding more water later on, which is what I've been used to when I've been making wine anyway. It's literally sometimes only to about 2 litres, then you top it up with water. Right, so what I did as well, I added some tannin in the shape of a cup of tea. I don't think I needed to do this since I'm going to be adding the apple juice, which I've pressed myself, so that's going to have some tannins from the skin, I believe the homebrew guy told me. So I didn't need to do that, but just to be, this is a gift. I know my mother's asked me to make her some wine for a bit of a Christmas gift as well, so happy to oblige, and I had the juice, and I was quite excited to try banana wine. It's one of my favourite fruits anyway, so yeah, I added this just because my mum likes cups of tea, I don't, so it's probably a win-win. You'd probably be alright if you're using apple juice, like which is freshly pressed. Probably fine not to add a tannin to this, so completely optional. Now I'm going to pull this draining bag out, and it's going to have to be left for a while to cool down as well. And I'm going to get the sugar ready now as well. Hey guys, we're back again. So now, this is what it looks like after I finished draining off those bananas. Not as yellow as I'd like, but I think in a few of the videos I've watched on YouTube, this is kind of the colour it comes out as anyway, so I'm sure we're doing fine. So I'm not sure how much sugar to actually add now, but here we have 500 grams of this is like an unrefined light brown one. I try and get the healthiest kind of sugar I can, but it's all going to get eaten up by the yeast, so I don't think it's going to matter too much which sugar you use, but I'd have to do a bit more research to find out. So I've also got some boiling water here. It looks like we're going to have to add about 2.5 litres, I think. So we'll do this bit by bit, but if you add the sugar when the water's hot, or at least warm, it dissolves much better. So yeah, this is definitely the way to go. I have to bear in mind I'm still going to add, I've got about 300 millilitres of apple juice here from before. So yeah, if I had about 2 litres of that, of hot water, boiling if you can, and yeah, then some apple juice, yeah, 300, 400 ml, that should get us to where we want to be. Hey guys, so we're back. So yeah, this thing is eating sugar. I put about 500 grams in before, just taking a hydrometer reading, and it's about 120. So I've had to put another 800, I think, in. It was about 125, sorry. So yeah, this should take it up to about 11 or 12%. So I'm going to add this in, and now I'm going to stir it. Awesome. So yeah, this has cooled down to 22, 23 degrees now. That's a good temperature, anything between 20 and 25, and that's perfect. So I measured out my yeast. This is what I need for wine. And you see now, after I've added all this sugar, I've got well over a gallon now. We're on like over 5 litres, so hopefully I don't have to waste too much of this. It's smelling gorgeous. I'm going to leave that, it says leave it for 15 minutes on the surface and then stir it in. So cool. That's it. I'm going to stick a little label on top so I know which one this is, and we'll stick it in a demi-john in about a week. So cool. Thanks for watching.